morning. Welcome to AVNewsCast.com.
Good morning.
Good morning, you guys.
Hey.
It's Friday.
It's Friday.
Is that a good thing? I'm going slumming.
It's a really good thing.
I'm going to go slumming tomorrow.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna force myself to endure the Palos Verdes beach club.
Oh yeah, that's slumming.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's an awful life.
Don't bring any weird things back.
And I have to leave myself.
I have to go somewhere tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And as I mentioned yesterday, there are DUI checkpoints in both cities. Okay? And I will bet you guys that I get caught in both of them.
Wow.
Because that's how my luck goes.
Oh,
Okay?
Yeah.
So wherever I'm going,
I just don't know
I'm
why
gonna be late.
they keep calling it DUI checkpoints.
because
It's
that's
just a checkpoint.
how
Yeah.
they get the funding from the state.
Oh,
But they're lying.
Got to use certain phraseology.
No, they are looking for drunk people.
No, they're looking at 6 o'clock. At 6 o'clock?
Yeah.
Who's drunk at 6 o'clock?
There are people.
The homeless lady that Frank wanted me to give a ride to this morning at the 7-Eleven.
She's homeless!
She was buying a 40.
She's homeless.
There are people. Yesterday we talked about the federal judge's ruling on Wednesday to strike down California's death penalty. And people started chiming in all over the country. Okay? And then the National Law Review and the National Law Journal, they jumped in on this too. And it's interesting because they said that if this is appealed or taken to the U.S. Supreme Court, based on the U.S. Supreme Court's makeup today, they obviously will rule in favor of the death penalty, and they'll overturn it. But Judge Carney, it's really kind of interesting what he said, because he didn't say that he's against the death penalty. He said that the way California enforces it, the system is broken.
But isn't every state like that? I mean, what state executes right away?
Well,
Texas, Florida.
and
Do they? How long do they wait?
Man, you don't have a chance to get your bed hot.
yeah,
Really?
it's less of an appeal process there, but in California, the average time that you're on death row is 25 years. Okay?
Wow.
The average time
So they're
across
just
the
hoping for a
nation,
natural death.
yeah, the average time across the nation is between 12 and a half years and 15 years.
That's a long time, too.
It is a long time. And the reason it's a long... And basically, kind of what he said is, he was sitting on the fence because on one hand, you give the inmates the ability to appeal and appeal and appeal. And then on the other hand, the inmates claim that it's unjust and unusual and unfair punishment.
To be on death row that long.
Right, and they're the ones that are going through the appeal process.
Yeah.
They instigated it, okay?
Yeah, they're the ones dragging it out.
Yeah, but
Well, of course.
Yeah.
but he went through it, and he said this is why California's death row law is so messed up, because once you land on death row inmates wait 3 to 5 years just for an attorney to be appointed, okay? Just for an attorney to be appointed, okay? After the counsel is appointed, then he schedules an argument before the California Supreme Court, okay? That's going to take 10 years.
Wow.
Okay.
So it's the process.
It is the process. It's the process. California's got to fix it. And he said...
I wonder how many people have been exonerated on death row in California.
You know what? I have that answer.
Oh, that's
Wow.
Somewhere.
Oh,
Shoot. Okay, I do, okay? In the Judge Carney's 29-page decision, he wrote that since 1978, when California voters restored the death penalty, more than 900 people have been sentenced to death. Of that number, only 13 have been executed in California,
Okay.
okay? The rest are still sitting on death row.
Wow, 900. And what
Minus
about the
13.
exoneration? That's what I'm saying. How many people that have been sentenced to death ended up being proven that they were really innocent?
Aha. That answer I don't have.
Oh, okay.
Okay? And that would be interesting to
That
find
would be
out.
interesting.
because that goes to
But for me, even if it's one is enough to say no death penalty.
And a lot of people would agree with you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Especially when they're sitting on death row for 25 years anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, give me a break. You're not, you know, we're really not enforcing it anyway. So just let them at least have the ability to live. Give them life imprisonment, and that's it. Hey, Jeff, can you do something about our audience?
Oh, the audience. Which one is it?
I don't know.
You asked yesterday, you asked a question, and which was a really good one. Up in Stockton, why were the cops firing?
Yeah.
Okay? When there was a hostage there. And what the chief of police said was, we didn't have a choice.
Okay, really?
We had to make a call.
They had to pull. They could have pulled back. They do it on TV. They should watch more programming then.
They said these guys were intent on killing anyone.
Yeah, but maybe they wouldn't have been shooting if they weren't being pursued.
The pursuit lasted for an hour, okay?
Right.
Lasted for an hour. There were 50 police cars involved in this pursuit, okay? 14 of them were shot up. What was interesting is one of the witnesses who was standing across the street when this happened said that the three bank robbers, when they came out of the bank and saw police roll up, their faces turned white. They were scared, okay? They were scared.
Well, they had already made a
Wasn't
pact.
counting on that.
We're gonna go down here. We're not going to jail. I mean, clearly they made that decision before even robbing the bank.
Yeah, after 2 hostages had been shot and thrown out of the car.
Oh, it was done.
And they were shooting indiscriminately. They had the back of the SUV open, the side open.
Wow.
Shooting with the AK-47s, okay, at anything that moved, okay? At absolutely anything that moved. And at the end, when police caught up with them, and their tires were shot out and they couldn't go anywhere, these guys are shooting, they're spraying the streets, trying to kill anything that's out there. Police had no other option.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay.
It's whoever's in the van versus, all the
Is that
potential
one of them?
fatalities in the streets.
Yeah, it is, and I don't have the entire makeup of the guys. He's 19, okay?
Idiot. He's too
He's
young.
the only one that survived.
He's too young to even be a hardened criminal. He's only 19 years old.
Yeah. Only 19 years old. He's the only
one that survived.
criminal that survived.
Oh yeah, he's
Okay.
done.
Absolutely terrible what went on up there. But these guys, they didn't care.
Yeah, they
didn't care.
It's almost like they didn't really want to rob a bank. They really wanted to cause havoc.
Yeah, they want to watch the world burn.
Right.
And he...
Because, who takes the hostages out the building? Aren't you supposed to stay in there and negotiate?
Yeah, they brought a negotiator in. These guys, they
were
about shooting everything up.
Yeah,
okay?
that's what I'm saying.
They were about shooting everything up. And
Terrible.
The last hostage that was in the car, okay? Also, when police rolled up...
She should have just act like she was passed out. Just went down. Dead weight. They can't do nothing with dead weight.
He had a gun to her head, okay? When police rolled up to the bank, okay, these 3 guys took their 3 guns and put it to the hostages' heads.
Right.
Okay? While he's in the car, he had a gun to the hostage's head, okay? And then he had her in front of him, okay, like she was a shield.
Right.
And he's shooting at cops, okay?
But they're
Trying
not
to kill
supposed
whoever
shoot
they can.
back. I'm sorry, but they're not supposed to shoot back. Have you ever heard of that before?
You don't see that really happen on TV.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when you
I
do
don't
see
know about
it, you
real
don't
life.
see them shooting back. You see them waiting out, and then here's a sniper that's over here that the guy can't see, and they shoot him in the head.
I think it came down to,
I mean,
it's going to be us or him.
Oh my God, you can't shoot back. There's a poor innocent lady there. I mean, I'm not really trying to be judgmental on the police because I wasn't there, of course, and hindsight is always 20/20. And, you know, you're in the midst of that, the adrenaline is kicking, somebody is shooting at you. But I just so feel bad for that girl.
Her 12-year-old daughter?
Whose 12-year-old daughter?
Okay, the hostage that was used as a human shield.
No, don't say it was a 12-year-old girl.
No, I'm not. Here's the story, okay? Just a citizen pulled up to the bank, wanted to just run into the bank real quick. So she pulled up to the bank,
in the car.
left her 12-year-old daughter in the car, hang out here, I'm running into the bank, I'll be right back. Okay? Never came back.
And now she's caught up in this. And so she sees her mom being brought out
with
the bank with a gun. I mean, you don't even know how to process that. Right. And you're looking at your car because you know your baby is in your car. Oh, my God, I just got chills.
Yeah, it's a terrible story. It's terrible. And these guys, they didn't care about human life.
No, okay? Not at all. Not at all.
Now, the bank was officially supposed to close. Today would have been their last day of business.
Oh, they knew what they were doing.
Okay.
They knew something.
Inside knowledge, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
Why would you pick that bank the day before it's supposed to officially close?
Yeah, it's terrible. Terrible.
Was it a chain or was it like a little
Bank of the West? I don't know. It's in Stockton.
Yeah.
There's what's in Stockton.
Yeah.
That's not nice.
Common.
People say that about us.
Stockton has a lot of. You know that that guy that is right now being prosecuted for the guy who became a model.
What?
You know that guy? He came from Stockton.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Stockton got something.
He came from Stockton. And these three guys that robbed the bank, they were all known gang members.
In Stockton.
In Stockton. That's what Stockton's about.
The Stockton Crips.
Okay. I guess.
Stockton Crips? Is that what you said? You're so funny.
That's what Stockton is.
He didn't look like he was a Crip, though. Right? He wasn't black, was he?
No.
Yeah.
No.
And
that would be like MS-13.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
That's his group. I don't know. What do I know?
I have no clue.
Okay. I'm, I don't know. Traffic tickets?
Oh, okay. Did you look it up?
I didn't have to.
Why?
Because I know of what I'm talking
Whatever.
about.
Whatever, Steve. Just tell me. Let me see where you got it from. If you put the print on letterhead.
Okay, no. From the L.A. Superior Court, okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay. The process you go through, the first thing you do is your arraignment. An arraignment hearing is usually your first appearance in court before the judge, okay? At that hearing, you will enter a plea. After you enter a plea, you will be given another court date, okay? If you enter a plea of not guilty, then your case will be set for trial. Mm-hmm. When it is set for trial, the court will automatically subpoena the officer to be there. You will present your case.
Something's wrong in that. So why is an officer why do officers sometimes don't come? How can you not come to a subpoena? If you're subpoenaed, how do you not go?
Here's the thing, okay? And it's to your benefit.
Oh, yeah, I know it is, but you're subpoenaed. We don't have a choice in that. Well, how do they?
Okay. If it's his day off.
And?
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't you happy that he doesn't show up?
It doesn't matter. You mean to tell me a police officer on their day off does not have to honor the subpoena?
Do you want him to show up to all of them?
No. Are you missing I think you're missing my point. My point is that we keep on saying how they're not above the law, but yet they are above the law. You've been subpoenaed.
Little bit.
Thank you, Jeff.
Okay.
So they don't have to come to court if they're off that day?
Right. Okay, if Angelina gets a ticket, you must show up to her trial because she'll be very upset if you don't.
I think you're missing my point. You think it's right for them not to have to show up? I don't care about their day off.
Okay. They could be doing something else.
Okay, I'm doing something else.
I understand.
I could be at the birth of a grandchild, but I still gotta go.
You gotta go.
Right. But they are on vacation, and they don't get to go?
Maybe.
No, that's what you're telling me.
Well, they try to schedule it out so that it is a time when the officer can appear. Okay? things come up and the officer does not show up in court for some unforeseen circumstance, okay, and you will win your case.
Wow.
Okay? Where are we going to lunch?
I gotta make sure that that's accurate. if it's true, then I'll take you to lunch.
Okay. All right. It's true. I promise it's true. The woman that was beat up on the freeway?
Oh, yeah.
The woman that was beat up on the freeway, Marlene Pinnock, she is still being held in a psychiatric facility to this day. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Because she was already crazy, or it made her crazy?
Well, some interesting things have come out of this, but she's still being held in some loony bin somewhere. Okay. CHP investigators served a felony search warrant on the loony bin. I'll say it again.
Okay. Say it
Thanks. CHP investigators served a felony search warrant
again. Is there a frying pan?
on the loony bin. Okay.
Why?
Well, that's interesting.
Oh.
Okay. I don't know. And what would be there?
The
loony.
psych patient?
And maybe her medical records?
Oh, got it. Oh!
Maybe.
Yeah, why
I can't think of I don't know.
Contents
I
of her
can't-
purse?
I don't know.
Because they trying to come up with a story?
No. No. You know, it's interesting, okay? Boy, I'm a mess. It's interesting because when this happened, one thing that we didn't know, okay, is that before CHP rolled up on this call,
I love it when you say rolled up.
on the freeway, okay, people on the freeway had already been calling 911.
Because she was walking the freeway? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
They were calling saying, hey, there is a nutcase on the freeway.
Okay, got it.
She is loaded. She is drunk. She is high. She is going to get hit by a car.
Okay, so because she's walking the freeway.
She's out of control.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Not just one person, but like almost a dozen people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay? That's why CHP got the call to roll up. We don't know if he told her to, hey, stop or do whatever. He could have gotten on his radio mic and said, stop or what. Maybe she disobeyed him. I don't know. Okay? I'm not saying what he did was warranted.
Okay, because I was being
not-
quiet so I could let you dig the biggest hole.
I'm not saying that. Okay?
Because it really doesn't matter, especially if she's walking the freeway. Something's clearly wrong with you. It's not like we see people walk the freeway every day.
Right.
So
she's a nut.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So I don't think you're supposed to drill out a nutcase in their face.
I understand that, but now you've got a highway patrolman on the freeway with cars going 65 miles an hour and a nutcase.
He was on the side. They were on the side in a little dirt patch.
It looked like they were in
in
between
the center divider.
Yeah.
No, it didn't look like the center. It looked like where you drive onto the freeway.
Yeah, it looked like between the off-ramp and the freeway in that little triangular thing.
Or the on-ramp. To
Or
me,
something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Perception. Yeah.
I don't know, but yesterday...
I think it was the on-ramp, too, because if you recall the video, they're driving by, but it's very slow. And it's coming up. And they're on this side.
Yeah, because his car's probably got all its lights on, blocking, and everyone's slowing down. I'm thinking...
Oh, no, because the other side, you could see traffic going fast. On the
yeah?
other side of him, yeah. So it looks like they're being able to capture it as they're getting onto the freeway.
Well, yesterday, attorneys on behalf of Marlene Pinnock, who's the 5150 person, filed a civil rights lawsuit.
Oh, yeah, clearly.
Okay? And I listened to the press conference that took place at the Federal Building again in Westwood, because everybody likes that location. And the attorney that was speaking, her name is Carrie Harper. Okay? I wanted to just check her out.
Uh-oh.
Okay? No, she actually, she's an attorney, obviously. Before she became an attorney, she was a police officer. So she knows stuff, right? While on the police force, She was recognized for her excellent service. She received the Marksman Medal and a life-saving medal for diving into a canal full of water and pulling out an unconscious person that had been submerged in their car.
Ooh.
Okay?
Nice.
Cut him out of the car.
She should have stayed a cop.
Should have, okay? Miss Curry Harper has federal and state jury trial experience. She is undefeated in the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals.
So they brought out the big dogs.
Well, yeah, I looked at her website. It wasn't so great, but they brought out, okay.
She can't have everything.
But she's got a lot of experience.
Look, it's just always very interesting to me that you can't hear what happened right away. You got to hear what happened after they figure out what happened.
Yeah.
Because honestly, it doesn't matter if she was a psychopath. You know what I mean? Because what matters is how you handle what's presented in front of you at that time. If she was a loon, if she was on drugs, all of those things doesn't matter. Your training is supposed to provide you with the knowledge to put somebody in handcuffs. Just take them down. Put them in handcuffs.
Maybe she wasn't controllable. I don't know. I'm not saying it's justified.
Literally, she looked like she was just taking the hits. Like, come on, Steve.
No, she looked like she was blocking them. Like
she wasn't blocking them. There was no blocking those hits. It was just coming. Jeff, did she look like she was blocking them? Like she had it.
She was absorbing them.
She was absorbing them. Yeah.
There you go.
She's blocking them with her face.
Right.
There. See. All right. Stop. She was defending herself.
She was with her face. Just get the checkbook out because it ain't gonna end well.
At yesterday's press conference
for several $1 million.
Right.
Be set for life. I'd take a beating.
A good one too. You better come correct.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
Okay, so it's a civil.
Yes, he would. He's stopped.
Yeah.
It's the camera, Jeff. It's the camera. I kid you
not. The whole other guy when at Abadak.
Miss Pinnock's attorney yesterday, Cree Harper, said that the federal investigation into this incident typically will take 18 months to 3 years. Okay? 18 months to 3 years. That's unbelievable. We've got a live audience here that's making a lot of chatter.
Yeah.
Michael Stein's going to call in around 8:30.
Yeah.
And when he does, because obviously we have to talk about what happened yesterday with the Malaysia Airline Flight 17 being shot out of the sky.
I know, that's crazy.
But we're gonna put that off because I want to get Michael on the phone and we'll talk about that too. Okay?
Yes.
I did find it interesting though that we didn't know just until recently that so many people saw this woman on the freeway and have been calling 911. Okay? Now, if you're driving on the freeway and you see somebody on the freeway, you're not going to call and say this person's drunk, right? Because you know.
Well, I think you're going to make that kind of assumption because why are you walking on the freeway? Honestly,
maybe she was doing weird stuff.
Well, walking on the freeway alone is enough for me to. Something's wrong with this lady. She's crazy walking and someone almost hit her and all kinds of stuff. That's what I would say.
Yeah, FedEx yesterday was indicted.
Uh-oh. What?
FedEx was indicted yesterday in the state of California. The U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of California today charged FedEx Corporation with conspiring with two separate but related online pharmacies to deliver drugs to dealers.
What?
Yeah.
What kind of drugs?
What kind of drugs?
Yeah.
Drugs that you can get from a pharmacy without a prescription.
So like Tylenol?
You never underestimate the... No.
You said without a prescription.
Right. Like oxycodone.
Cialis.
You said drugs like you could get at a pharmacy without a prescription. That's Tylenol.
Well, people go online to get drugs when they don't have a prescription.
Well, where's that site?
Yeah, what are you talking about? You still need a prescription. You got to send a prescription in. Unless you get it from Canada.
There were two sites actually. Chabra Smoley is one, and another one called Superior Drugs.
Superior Drugs.
You could go on that site and not have a prescription?
Right.
Stop it.
And FedEx had been warned. FedEx had been
Check
warned
that out, Josh.
back in
Check the
2004 to stop delivering anything from these two places.
Okay.
Okay?
And they kept on doing
But
it.
these places shipped out thousands and thousands and thousands of boxes, which represented millions of dollars in shipping fees. And FedEx had to have that money. Never underestimate the other person's greed.
Oh.
Okay?
Why am I only just now hearing about those sites?
The indictment, and it's really strong because the indictment states that FedEx conspired to traffic in controlled substances and intentionally misbranded prescription medication
Well,
by helping to distribute drugs for illegal internet pharmacies.
that's showing pure intent on
Okay.
their side.
It is.
Yeah.
It absolutely is. Never underestimate the other person's greed.
Well, they cleaned up for a while. I bet they made more than what they're going to have to pay in fines and stuff.
Yeah, and it was interesting because the DEA had been involved in this, okay, and they had been tracking everything that FedEx did, and FedEx was warned in 2004, knock it off, okay. We're not in 2004. We're not saying you intentionally.
I just feel a little
but we're
bad
telling
about
you.
FedEx because they're just, they're just coming to pick up.
They just,
Everybody doesn't know. FedEx is so big. How does everybody know not to pick up from that location?
well, it should be in the computer system. Okay, type in the address for pickup. Oh, hey, no.
Well, what about
we're not
if they
supposed to
just
go there.
drop it off at the FedEx location?
FedEx and UPS, they have packages that come in there that are suspect in any way. Those go to another separate area.
I used to have to be the guy that went
And then
through
they
those.
check
Of
them
course,
out.
you did it voluntarily too, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then they open them up.
Right.
And then they check them out. And then if it's whatever is bad or da-da-da, then they have to notify federal authorities, okay? Like the DEA and da-da-da. Well, this had been going on for years, okay? And the DEA said to FedEx, okay, we get it, that package came in here. Now we're
Right.
telling you, from the source, do not ship any more stuff. But we're going to keep doing it.
Yeah, I just think it might be a little hard. I just think it might be hard because that means that every employee has to be really on top of their job, and every employee is not really on top of their job. FedEx might even have it in the system, don't ship their stuff.
Well, they know not to go to the militia place and ship the automatic, rifles.
No, I'm not saying they
and
could
they
have
don't
been
do that.
dropping off at the FedEx location, handwriting the things. They need to check UPS. They probably use both.
Maybe UPS stopped when they were warned, hey, don't do this.
Maybe.
FedEx kept going. They didn't care. Once a year, the Wall Street Journal comes out with a list. Okay? They call it 24/7. They come out with a list of 10 major brands that will be gone within a year.
Oh, dang.
Okay?
And you look for that list. Please don't let my stuff be on that list.
Well, you look for
Please.
you look for the list because, maybe you're in the
crazy.
stock market, and you want to know. Okay?
Wow, I want to hear this.
Have you ever heard of a clothing company, a clothing line called Lululemon?
No. It's on the list, huh?
I hadn't heard of it either.
No.
They
Lululemon?
Yeah, Lululemon.
Is it a kids clothing?
No, it's not. They are a manufacturer of yoga pants.
Yoga pants.
Oh.
What kind of a market is that? Well, $385 million a year.
Yes.
Okay. But the company tanked
I like yoga pants.
when in 2013 they came out with their new line, and millions and millions of dollars, right? But the line was too sheer.
Yeah. That's the whole point of going to yoga pants.
Is to make them sheer?
No, it's to make sure that they are that they're not sheer.
Yeah, well, these were too sheer,
wow.
and too revealing, okay?
Whoa.
So you bent over
So you
and
see that
all your
G-string.
glory.
Yeah, a huge drop in revenue.
Yeah.
The CEO got fired.
And that's a shame
Okay.
because what they ended up doing is they started out strong. They went to a good manufacturer and they, gained some revenue. Then they were trying to get some more money, so they went to another one trying to do it
Like
cheaper.
cheap, yeah.
They brought it in and said, "Oh, these look good. These are good. Sell it."
They were riding a high. Somebody wasn't watching the candy store. The stock is down 50% from
Absolutely.
last year.
Yeah, forget it. And people are never going to try them again.
There's a market for that. There's people that want to see the sheer yoga pants.
Yeah. But people that are really, really into yoga, they're never going to use it again. And yoga's a big business.
Yeah, I never would have thought it was that big.
Oh, it's big.
A lot of people doing yoga?
Remind me to tell you, Angie,
Wow.
off the air what I did one time.
And it's amazing how much you can sweat off of doing something that you're not really moving much.
Yeah.
Holding those positions.
That makes the bottoms of my feet hurt. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Number 2, that'll be gone only because of acquisition, DirecTV.
Yeah.
Well, good.
Okay?
Can't stand them.
Because AT&T is going to buy them. Number 3, Hillshire Brands.
No.
Really?
Yep.
My smoked
Yeah,
sausage.
really?
Yep, but they're going to be gone because of acquisition. Okay? They're going to be acquired by another
who?
company.
I like those little
Okay.
packages at Christmas.
I can't stand them.
No?
Predicted to go out of business.
It sits in the drawer in the fridge forever until I
Yes.
get starving one night. You know, I come down at midnight and so I gnaw on the sausage stick.
Yeah, you have to gnaw on it. I don't like it. I'm like, why do people give these things for Christmas time?
Better than fruitcake.
They have a
That
shelf life
too.
of like 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You know? Zynga.
Zynga.
Zynga, I know that
Zynga.
name.
Good.
Okay, the game and app company.
That's gonna be
It ripped a
gone.
lot of people off.
Gone.
Yeah,
You're kidding? That's Candy Crush.
Is that Zynga?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're predicting it'll be gone.
How could no? Come on. They better come on with another game.
No, you got your
Their stock is off 45%. If they're going to stick around, they're going to have to be bought by somebody, or they're not going to make it.
you got your Kardashian game now.
Oh yeah.
So you don't need Zynga.
I meant to try it, but I didn't try it.
Alaska Air
Oh,
by acquisition.
I've
But
flown
they'll
with
be
them.
gone.
I like them.
The second largest candy company in America, Russell Stover.
Oh,
Who's
good.
that?
Good.
Okay.
Oh, they're terrible.
Yeah,
Really?
I never
Yeah.
heard of
Oh,
it.
they're dreadful.
There's a rumor that Hershey's is going to buy them.
No,
I
I don't
can't
like
believe there's
Hershey's either.
still See's candy.
Oh, C's is awesome.
I can't. I don't like it like that.
No?
Just give me a Snicker.
No, we went to we went to a wedding in Montrose, Colorado, and they actually had the Russell Stover factory, and we toured their outlet store and everything. And
Yeah, I don't.
that's all there was to do, I guess, in Montrose.
Hershey's has a theme park in Pennsylvania.
They do?
I used to go when I was a kid.
Chocolate Rivers?
No, but it's a theme park.
Oh.
There was a bar in Virginia called the Hershey Bar.
Don't ask. Go
Yeah.
on.
I'm not
It was,
going to.
well, it's spelled Hershe, so they didn't have a men's room. But yeah.
Go, hurry.
Number 7. Shutterfly.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Shutterfly.
That's too bad. They couldn't figure it out.
You know, they have 2.5 million customers right now. They're having a hard time. Okay? They're having a very,
They got to
very-
come out with something.
They got to do something.
Yeah, they
okay? But the company's already
On the
retained an
list.
investment maker
Lord have mercy.
and said, find somebody to buy us because we're not going to make it. Number 8, Time Warner Cable.
What?
Okay? But that's by acquisition.
Comcast.
Okay?
Who's buying it? Comcast?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
So how does it
Out of
is it
business
just the-
within a year, gone, BlackBerry.
No, yeah,
Of course.
Yeah,
Okay?
Yeah.
Yesterday I said BlackBerry was number 1 in Washington, D.C. I had to go back and do a little research.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was number one in 1980.
No, it was actually 2010.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, and Jeff and I were like, really? People still use it? I mean,
They have less than 1% of the market.
yeah.
Yeah, they just
Okay?
they missed the boat.
They did, and they wanted to stay with the whole button thing because they
With the
thought that they
pearl
would,
and-
yeah,
yeah.
and that little scrolly thing that would break.
Scrolly thing?
Yeah, that little ball in
Here
the
we
middle.
go. Here we go.
Oh, yeah, but you know what? In
See?
2000...
Look,
Yeah. But in... Oh, that.
that thing would break.
I had a different BlackBerry. But in 2004, 2005...
Different block. It
I did.
would have just
had a Raspberry.
Mine didn't
It
have
was
a
like
ball
a
thing.
trio,
I don't know what that looks like.
huh? Okay. Okay, go ahead.
I don't know. Number 10, the clothing company Aeropostale.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought that it was doing pretty
No,
well.
maybe by acquisition, but they're not doing so great. Companies such as Forever 21 and H&M, which is going to be now here at the Antelope Valley Mall.
Can't wait.
I don't like Forever 21.
Well, you're not a girl.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why you don't like it.
Just to walk through there, though, it looks. I don't like their stuff.
You're not a teenage or 20-year-old girl.
They do a lot of business, though, huh?
Yeah.
The name Wet Seal bothers me.
Yeah, Wet Seal. I remember when I used to shop
I like
567 store.
But the name just...
I have to keep walking.
The name upsets me.
I like that one. And Mr. Stein should be calling in.
Should be any time.
Yeah, and if...
What, you think I'm precluding it?
Yeah, I think you're playing with the engineering board and you're messing it all up. Yeah. Sheriff's officials in Santa Clarita on Thursday began investigating a rash of nude photographs of teenage girls and boys that were being uploaded to a Twitter account. It began on Wednesday when a Twitter account, a new one, called the SCV Purge, appeared and quickly gained hundreds and hundreds of followers. The account holder allegedly posted dozens of full body shots of local teenagers and then threatened to release their names at midnight.
But the problem is where'd you get the pictures?
That is one problem, right?
I mean, because I could see nutcase kids in a high school saying, let's do it. You know?
Well, where are you getting the pictures?
They would...
Selfies.
Yeah.
Selfies?
Yeah.
Well, then you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, there's tons of them, though.
Idiots?
No shortage.
Yeah. No shortage.
Yeah, that's what it is. No,
I saw on
there will
CNN
be no computers in a non-public space, and kids can get a cell phone when they can get a job and pay for it.
And so SCV Purge, when they started releasing all these pictures, okay, they also...
Let me just tell you something. I have a friend that had... when their daughter was about 16, 17 years old, everybody would say to them, you know, you're going to have to put your thumb on her a little harder because she, you know, she dresses a little out there. She looks like, you know, she might be sexually active and things like that. And my friend, who was a guy, wouldn't hear of it. And it was like, my daughter's so innocent. She's so pure, blah, blah, blah. Mom got her phone, and in her pictures, she had a selection of penises.
Yeah.
Guys would just take a picture and send it to her. So, yeah, I'm with Jeff with teenagers. Either you're going to make sure that you've got your eye on that phone on a regular basis, periodically, just out the blue, let me see your phone.
Yeah.
Because that is your job.
It's got to be released on request.
Yes.
Yep.
It can't be every day at 6 o'clock I'm going to see it because they will purge it. It has to be, you know...
Last night I was sitting with Tyler. He's on the computer doing homework.
He's worried.
No. I was sitting with
Tyler's an artist, though. He don't need no pictures.
He was doing homework. Okay, and while he's doing homework, I'm sitting on his bed going through his phone. And periodically, I don't inspect it from top to bottom. I just know the areas that you need to look at. Okay, and I will go check it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to.
I want to take a look at his history. I want to take a look at what he's been doing on YouTube. I want to look at his text messages.
And I can tell you where to go when he deletes his history, too.
Exactly.
So you can still get into it and see.
Even if it's on Wi-Fi?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah, there's still a record.
Actually, that's a great idea for an app. An app that just automatically, everything that your child puts in the phone goes into a folder on your computer.
Actually, that is a great app.
That's a great app. And we should totally not be talking about it.
That's a crappy idea.
You know what? That is a great app.
Yes, it is.
That allows you to monitor your kid's phone.
Because you need it.
Just to see what's going on.
You don't even have to tell them, here, Johnny.
And you know what? That's an app that you could sell for $9.95.
Yes, and people will buy it.
Because I would do it.
Oh, absolutely.
I'd buy it. I'd buy it if it was $49.
Yep.
Just to have it. So then, now I don't even have to go look at his phone.
I think we need to check that out, Jeff.
Okay, well, the cat's out of the bag, so...
That's all right. We can still do it.
Now, you know, the idiots that are running, that have the handle SCV Purge, that's child pornography.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
They may even
but that's
be
totally a
teenagers
kid.
themselves.
Yeah, they're a kid.
Okay. Who may find himself, one, the sheriff said, being prosecuted under a number of felonies, and two, may have to register as a sex offender.
Yeah, now that's the stupid part.
Okay?
That's the part that's stupid.
And I don't know if it is kids, understand that they have ways of knowing exactly where it came from.
Uh-huh.
Okay? Exactly where.
Yeah.
Okay? It's not going to take very long.
No.
What was very interesting, though, was that when the sheriff's department contacted Twitter, because usually there is a process, okay? They got this shut down in 12 hours.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, these are kids.
Because you're talking about child porn.
Yeah.
Well,
Disgusting.
I was just reading about it on them yanking this mother's photos down. Her little girl, she just took a shot of her. She pulled up her shirt. She's a toddler, and just showed her belly button. And they yanked it down, saying it was drawing pedophiles. And I mean, we can
that's
swim
why
too
for
much
me,
in there.
I don't agree with little 9-year-old, 5-year-old, 12-year-olds in bikinis.
Oh no!
I just don't see a need, and I don't see a need for the back of your 12-year-old pants to say hot or pink
Juicy.
or juicy. I just don't even understand why,
bothers
as
me.
a parent, you would put your
You're
kids in
shirking
that.
your job.
Why does your baby girl need a bikini?
How old is the baby girl?
I wouldn't let my child be in a bikini until she was probably 16, 17 years old. For what?
Yeah.
I got to rethink that for a minute. I'm trying to go back to... That was a whole, 30 years ago.
Yeah, Coppertone's gone, Steve.
Oh, there was a girl, since you mentioned that. Remember that Coppertone ad? There was a woman that posted something on Facebook a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And she kind of recreated it, okay? Facebook took it down. They said, we're not going to have that.
Times has changed.
Yeah, times have changed. You gotta go with it though. And why did they have the dang girls, butt showing?
Butt cleavage.
Back then, when KHJ was big and Rick D, everybody said that was on every trash can at the beach.
I know,
Okay.
but that wasn't right.
The world
Still had
was different
pedophiles
then.
then.
What?
Still had pedophiles.
Yeah.
Not like we do now.
No, we did. We just
And if we
it's
did-
just more because of technology. We just know about them more because of technology.
Yeah, well, Yesterday, Mayor Rex Paris posted on Facebook. He posted, I'm just going to paraphrase, but
I commented to that.
if we end up, if the Antelope Valley, or Lancaster, I think he said Lancaster, ends up housing some of the children that have come in, from South America,
There you go.
we will treat them,
Rex C.
hold on, we will treat them like we would our very own children, okay?
Yes.
And let's push
However,
that.
you've got some foster kids in your very own city that you could take care of like these immigrants.
Okay, and you know what? I agree with what he said.
Yeah,
okay, because
absolutely.
these are kids,
Yeah.
and they're human kids, and,
Yeah.
and yes, of course you got to take care of them. Okay, I just disagree with what's happening at the border.
Absolutely. And the thing is that cities and towns and people, not all of them are coming out because of the humanitarian issue. They're coming out because of the chi-ching. And, that's just the bottom line. But it's just because if it was a humanitarian issue, we wouldn't have a lot of foster kids looking for placement.
Yeah. Yeah,
We
if
just
we,
wouldn't.
if we cared about the kids for real, we wouldn't have the
Our
issue
kids
that
would
we
be
have.
straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, because of that post, are you supposed to read into it?
That's what I read.
That is what it is, Steve.
Huh?
If it was about
That was
caring
throw
for
it open
kids,
the gate.
Why would any kid that was in a foster care environment that was in Lancaster be not placed? Why would any kid not be placed? If
Well,
it was
here's-
simply about the child.
Yeah, if we're going to treat them like we'd treat our own, then stack them up like cordwood in an
Just doing
office
it.
space.
But
That's
see,
that's
this
what
is
we're doing
part
with
of
our
the-
own.
But part of the problem with foster kids and being placed is that there aren't enough people stepping up to the plate. Okay.
But he's going to figure out how to house these immigrant kids.
Yeah, because there's money.
Okay.
And he's going to pay some staff to work that out.
Okay. One.
So we could still
do
do we could still deal with our town as a humanitarian issue in regards to the foster children.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we can devise a building, and we can make it like a dormitory, and we can employ people, and we can, get childcare and therapists and all of that, and house our children. We can do that just as quickly as we could get these kids from other countries.
Here's my comment I made last night. It's the same comment I made to Angelina. Compassion is the greatest trait a human being can have. But if I gave all my money to homeless people, is anybody paying attention?
Yeah, I'm with you.
If I gave all my money to homeless people to the point where I can't feed my own children, is that the right thing to do?
No. And I think
you have to temper compassion with reason.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to do that. They just want to fly off the handle and look good in the public eye and see where they can get the federal money, and that's it.
Yep. And we've got Michael on the line.
Yes.
Did you hear any of that, Michael?
Well.
Hey, okay. I saw your Facebook post, and so we haven't even talked about Malaysia Airlines, but let's talk about it.
Radio history today, because I have three answers for two of them very simple. Little appetizers for the big solution to the Middle East. But the first one is Malaysia Flight 17, shot down by Russian rebels in the Russian border, the Ukraine border. Basically, time for the United States to stop being the world police and then call upon European unions to take a stand. That's happened over there. And also, I think they were talking about the Dutch, getting in there and doing something about it. I think Boeing has to do part of it, but I think that there needs to be sanctions against Russia because they supply the weapons to the Russian rebels. They do exactly what's going on. These guys made a mass go around killing people, flying around the sky.
Yeah, but America sells armory to people that end up killing people badly too. I mean, we can't start holding people accountable for that, because then we'd be in trouble ourselves, wouldn't we? Not that. I'm not saying in that sense. I'm saying, but we have sold weapons to who we didn't think was the enemy at the time, that ended up using those weapons against another country. You know what I mean? Like, we can't. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, Michael. You got a better term for that one.
No, you know what?
Right, but it's not like they sold it to him knowing that was what they were going to do with it. Is my point. You don't know what people are going to do with it.
Yeah, they did, because the FAA put a warning out to everybody, okay, and warned everybody that is a flight path you do not want to take, okay? Don't do it. There is a risk that you're going to be shot out of the sky.
No, I'm saying whoever sold the bombs to whoever shot it out the sky. They didn't know that they were going to necessarily use it to shoot out a plane, right?
Well, that's what they're meant for.
They could have been holding it.
These Russian rebels are not like, a gang from Compton saying, oh yeah, we're deciding we're on the Russian side. Right? The Russian rebels, they're totally working in cahoots with Russia. I mean, let's face it.
Right.
It's not like, some kind of rogue identity. So anyways, my solution, and this is just like, it's a little appetizer. Hey, fine. There needs to be some type of sanction. They need to be held accountable for this. Somebody needs to pay the price. I don't think the United States should get fully involved more than any other country that, the world police, all the countries need to get together, the UN, they need to do something about this. We don't stand alone. I don't think we should. I think there needs to be, you just can't forget about this action. This is like, I can't remember the last time an act of war, this many civilians were like singled out and it's just negligence. I mean, there's collateral damage, bombs going off in an area, but this is unprecedented type of collateral.
Oh yeah, this is outrageous. I didn't get to hear. Were there any Americans on the fight?
Originally though, yesterday, ABC was reporting 23 Americans. Now everyone is saying no. Mm-hmm. Then a story came out this morning, I think, that there were 63 children on the plane.
Dang.
That's awful.
That's so terrible.
Let's segue into the children and the immigration issue.
Yeah, because you're close to it. You
Here's something that Anthony was talking about yesterday. That I think that, look, if they escape from over the border, and first of all, that's part of our problem too. What we need to do is we need to work out a deal with Mexico or the other countries. That, look, these people came over here. We're going to have to work out a deal. Otherwise, you're going to get sanctioned. You're going to work out some type of financial deal. We'll take these people on. Our bad they came in, but we're going to have to take a brunt of financial burden and every time this happens. Otherwise, it's going to be sanctions on you.
Yeah, that's actually Jeff's mom's idea, and that's a great one. I think that'll make you want to keep your borders a little tight. If you're going to mess with my money as a government, yeah.
How much money are we losing in immigration? And then it's time to build a wall. It's time to actually deploy, border control, border control. And maybe, hey, look, that's just expense we're going to have to incur, but then also there'll be money on the backside to save it longer.
Yeah. Could you imagine a big old wall?
So I say, charge, there's got to be some type of, monetary, negotiation. Otherwise, sanctions.
Mm-hmm.
We have to then pull the trigger on building that wall. Whether it's a physical wall or it's border control, or however you want to do it.
The other thing is that we're so quick as a country to go to the Middle East and try to figure out everybody else's problems and rectify them. Why don't we start going to some of these South American countries? Clearly, they've got some issues and they need help. Right.
Here's the thing that let's segue into the Israeli conflict. I have what's considered, you'll remember the days that I mentioned in radio history right here, ladies and gentlemen, in the Antelope area. I'm going to tell you the solution to the problem of the Middle East.
okay?
I'm not going to tell you that people aren't going to get their hair about it. I'm just saying that this is a radical but a viable solution. This is what needs to happen, what could happen, and will work, but people are going to get a little upset on sides. But that's what's going to take. The Israelis like to build condominiums.
Okay.
Right. They don't like to spend a lot of money. So here's the question. I'm going to say that. Nobody wants to spend a lot of money. Fine. Palestinians, they're going to have to give up. I think that we should take Gaza and say, what? Gaza will be a Palestinian state, but it's not big enough to be a Palestinian state. They need a little bit more. Couldn't Egypt give a little extra sliver on the southern side of Gaza? Just a little bit. Right?
Egypt's like, you better leave us alone.
But in return, that's traveling back and forth, back to the sideline. Now that's a huge thing. Oh, God, can't be hurt. Well, I'm saying now you're going to have to pay more for that. Kind of like a trade in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Israelis should look at a deal where it's going to cost billions of dollars a year. But it's going to make it money in the long run. They should work with Palestinian contractors to get the like, weapons. Nation building.
That was not nice.
You're acting like a divorce judge. Okay, and
Well, that's what it is, though.
Yeah, and this is the settlement agreement.
Yeah, that's what it is, though.
Yeah, it is, and it makes sense. And Israel is invading Gaza with 40,000 boots on the ground.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And that's not going to be good. Mm-mm. It is not going to be good. Yeah.
And then they want that, There's a lot of, there needs to be some type of commerce in the Palestinian state, because all they have right now are, it's going to be more of a breeding ground for barters.
Oh, yeah. Right. If they want it to stop, yeah.
So Israel's got to give up some money. Gaza's got to give up Jerusalem, but Israel maybe gives up some land in the northern part of Gaza, and then Egypt comes along and then gives up a little bit of land in the south.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody says, you're crazy. That's on the south side. That's on the north side. Why should we give up Jerusalem? Israel can say, why should we stay on this money, Israel?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? You got to give it up. You got to give it up, and that's the only way. If you have separation of Gaza and Israel, you're going to have. It's like having, you can't have a country, and you just have a spot unless there's the one of the biggest powers in the world, the United States, with Alaska, which is Russia, and continental units.
Right. Yeah, you know what I think? I think it's kind of weird for them to keep having these truce, these ceasefires. It's like you're never going to get to the end of the war until you just get through the war, in my opinion. It's like you keep having these ceasefires until somebody pisses you off, and then you start it again, and then you stop. It's like it's divorce already. Work it all out. Because I'm telling you, it's like a running joke. No peace in the Middle East.
You know what? I got an idea. Okay, we're going to take this. We're going to take this portion of the show. Okay. Hey, Jeff. Mm-hmm. If I make the connection and the contacts, I'll give them to you. You take this portion of the show. Mm-hmm. Okay, and we're going to email it. Okay. This is our solution from North LA County to clearing up the problem in Israel. Okay. We're going to email it over.
Well, I don't want the part that I say just go ahead and fight it out in there.
Well, it's going to be in there anyway. Okay.
I don't want to do that.
No,
it's out. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to tell them to work it out.
We're going to get.
I'll get the email address for the Knesset and we'll send it over.
Yeah, we're going to create some traffic to our website.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
They need more of that, and then also there needs to be a line drawn with the other countries of the world need to start policing together rather than isolating countries. There needs to be like they're actually not the UN, but they need to there needs to be some type of realization of separation.
No, you're right. You're right. And then maybe if they come to terms and just deal with it financially, they could stop killing each other. Because it's just terrible.
But you know what? But part of the problem going through a divorce settlement, okay, is that both sides are not willing to compromise and understand that there is no winner and loser here. There's just varying degrees of losses.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's what has to happen. Okay. Nobody comes out of a divorce great. Okay.
No. Well.
So you got to understand. Well, you got to understand that you got to lose some stuff.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, if you got all the money, you got to lose some stuff to get rid of her. That's why the saying comes, it's cheaper to keep them.
Yeah. Okay.
We're
All right, we're out of time. We're out of time. Hey, Michael, how close are you to what's going on down there in the Rio Grande?
I have no idea what's going on the Rio Grande.
Michael's a mess.
Where all the illegal aliens are trying to cross down in Texas. Oh, okay, that's what I wanted to know. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. All right, be good. Have a good weekend. I'm sure we'll talk later today.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. All right, that's the end of our show today. Thanks for making us the #1 news talk radio program in the Antelope Valley and beyond. Have a safe weekend. There's 2 DUI checkpoints in the Antelope Valley, so don't be dumb, okay? It's not worth it. All right, and we'll be back on Monday.
Good Lord!